Another NIA agent appeared before Gambia's Truth Commission to narrate his role in an alleged torture. Nigeria expects to receive COVID-19 vaccines by the end of January as infections continue to rise. After 2 years of delay, Gambia Supreme Islamic Council elected a new leadership. Well, this and more coming your way on The World Today. Hello, this is Africa TV and you are watching the World Today News Bulletin. I am Amadou Kante. Many thanks for joining us, and now the news in detail, and we begin with matters of the TRRC because operatives of the National Intelligence Agency who were directly reporting under the former President Yahya Jammeh are accused of arbitrary arrest, torture and enforced disappearances of the ordinary citizens and the political opponents. A former NIA operative, Omar Cham, has on Monday appeared before the Gambia Truth Commission as an adversely mentioned person for taking part in the tortures and fabrication of cases and evidence involving the NIA. Details of that in this report by Ndesise.
The NIA under Jammeh enjoyed the sweeping powers. Though they are an intelligence agency, they had overriding powers over police and other security agencies, and several of their victims were political opponents, journalists and ordinary citizens. As the Third Commission's hearings is segmented on the NIA since last week, several alleged perpetrators are expected to testify on their participation of unlawful arrest, torture and enforced disappearances of detainees. Part of the people alleged to have mercilessly carried out these orders of Yahya Jammeh is Omar Cham, a former NIA agent who confirmed before the Third Commission that the institution was a torture center which was known to all its agents.
Because Sandari Horemum, Ontuma, not the Golton, and we are Golton are not a guy, do me Horemum Nataji Bernde.
Well, I can say it is true, because in those days, how the place was. How the place was looked upon, even if somebody is told that to come and answer there, some of them become scared.
The commission have heard that Balokante, who is said to be a rebel, was captured and tortured by the NIA agents, and Cham was believed to have been there during his torture session, but he refused to accept his presence during Kante's torture session.
When he was taken to investigation, shortly after that we heard screams from that unit.
And who was there at investigation?
Investigation. And me Anton, me anda ko hebungonton, ekonomida andi non ontuma, for the Barry, Baba Saho.
I was not sure who were there with him, but Baba Saho, Fode Barry, Baba Dindinjobate, were the people who were with him at the investigation unit at that time. And Doba Marena.
Yes.
I cannot know what was happening there at that time because I didn't go there. But these people mentioned were the people who were with him there, including Daba Marena, who was with them there.
Mr. Witness, you were there. You saw what happened to this person. We know you were not a senior officer. We know you were not in charge. You were there, you saw what happened. Just speak the truth. Just tell us the naked truth. There is no adverse mention against you on this matter. You were there. You knew what happened. Tell us.
Kalanan mami ko ngodi mimi alano ton ko ontuma sa mimi tawahe subabe fobbe be ya frafenye.
I didn't go there just as I said. In fact, it was around that time I was selected to be one of the guys who were supposed to go to Farafenye.
During Jammeh's regime, anyone who was said to be a threat against his government will be unlawfully detained or tortured. just like in the case of the failed 2006 coup led by Ndur Cham. The witness affirmed to these allegations that used to happen at the NIA headquarters, and he has this to say.
The 2006 victims who were brought to the NIA, they too were mercilessly tortured.
2006
that is the Ndur Cham coup.
Because I mawbe amen be bokkuno hen yano ha he mi anda nayo wala njowo he mabbe na bokkuno he ben lipanobe be.
That's true. Even some members of our leadership were involved. 3 to 4 of them were beaten.
I say 4 to 5.
4 to 5 were beaten.
Who give us the names?
Daba Marena, the Director General.
Daba Marena.
Aliou Singate.
Aliou Singate.
Musa Diba.
Musa Diba.
Kemo Balajo.
Kemo Balajo. If I can remember properly, these are the people.
4. You named 4. Daba Marena, Aliou Singate, Musa Diba, and Kemo Balajo. And this was the former DG and senior management of the NIA.
Cham joined the NIA on February 1996 at the Economic Unit and later transferred to Investigation Unit in 1998. Silaba Samate, a victim who earlier testified before the Third Commission, alleged that Cham did threaten to abuse and rape his wife and also bring more people to rape her. According to testimonies of several witnesses who testified before the Third Commission said, Jambe's NIA had a panel who served as judges of truth and lies of their interviewees. For iAfrica News, I am Daisy.
Omar Cham, a former NIA agent, appeared before Gambia's Truth Commission earlier today, and we will bring you more details of his testimony in our subsequent news editions. Now to Nigeria next, where the coronavirus pandemic continued to rapidly spread across the country. Authorities have announced the imminent arrival of the vaccines in the West African state, which could help control the situation. The COVID-19 has adversely impacted on the country's health system, but medical personnel are hopeful that the vaccines could help ease the pressure. However, there are growing concerns as to whether some people would accept the COVID-19 vaccines. Here are more details of that in this report.
The announcement of the imminent arrival of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine comes at a time when COVID-19 infections are rising rapidly in Nigeria.
The number of new cases per week has tripled. We were running at around 2,000 cases a week. We've now exceeded 6,000 cases a week. 3 weeks ago, if we take 100 samples, we get 4 positives. We are now getting 16 positives.
The importation of the vaccines has been seen as a timely move, given that the country is in the midst of battling a second wave of infections.
In the first phase, through the COVAX facility, we expect to receive approximately 100,000 doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine by the end of January. In the second phase, also through the COVAX facility, Nigeria is expected to secure free delivery of 42 million doses of vaccines, which will be a combination of all the available and approved vaccines currently in the market.
And authorities have already identified who should get the vaccine first.
Priority will be given to frontline health workers, first responders, strategic country leadership, and those that are elderly and with comorbidities.
But some medical experts say getting the vaccines into the country might just be the easy part.
We need to put systems in place to ensure that the health workers are adequately trained, because they need to protect themselves as well. And we also need to put systems in place to make sure that we adhere to the vaccine guidelines, because it's not every patient, it's not everyone that that can be vaccinated, there are some contraindications and there are some allergies and things that we have to consider. So we have a lot of training and a lot of setting up SOPs, guidelines to put in place before we actually start before we roll out the vaccination program in Nigeria.
Authorities are also concerned that some people are hesitant to take the jab, with many conspiracy theories circulating in the country.
We already see a situation where there's evidence of resistance to the uptake of the vaccines even before they have arrived the country. It is clear that we, as scientists, public health experts, and even the media, need to do more to educate people on the nature of the vaccines, how they work, and the steps we're taking to ensure that only safe, potent, and effective vaccines are delivered to Nigerians.
There's no doubt that plenty of work lies ahead to enlighten people about the COVID-19 vaccines and their importance, and the authorities hope their experience in successfully carrying out polio vaccinations in the past will help them achieve that target.
COVID-19, of course, vaccines are expected in Nigeria by the end of the month as the number of infections continue to rise in the country. Now we come back home. In 2011, former President Yahya Jammeh made the same promise after winning his fourth term and never fulfilled his promise. On January 8, 2020, President Adama Barrow also promised to make Gambia's capital city Banjul the Singapore or Dubai of Africa, and also hailed women for their contribution to national development. Here are more details of that in this report.
As he wraps up a month-long nationwide tour, President Adama Barrow has promised to transform Gambia's capital, Banjul, into a modern city, just like Singapore and Dubai. Gambia's former president made the same promise, which he could not fulfill despite spending 22 years in office. On Friday, Adama Barrow said he will fulfill his promise to make Banjul the Singapore or Dubai of Africa by 2026.
God does not reward you for mere talk, and He does not reward you for wisdom too, but He rewards you for your deeds. If you do work for people, God will reward you, and that is the belief I hold. What we achieve in 4 years, if we should continue for the next 5 years, Banjul will be like Singapore. Banjul will be like Dubai. This is not just a mere talk. I know someone told you this before, and he didn't do anything about it.
The Gambian president set off on a Meet the People tour early December to discuss with citizens issues of national development concerns and to find ways of addressing them. Barrow thanked the women of the Gambia, saying that he recognizes their efforts towards the development of the country.
When you wake up early morning, you will see Gambian women along the streets. Some are carrying pans and others have babies strapped on their backs. They are in the gardens, in the rice fields, and on the farms, and doing business at the markets. They are the first to wake up and the last to go home. So I must thank the Gambian women. We recognize you as partners.
Barrow said his government's development agenda will be implemented in phases because the country lacks the resources to support the development aspirations at a go. The 2020 Meet the People tour was meant to engage citizens in discussions to find out the issues affecting them and paving ways to address them. However, most of the meetings were dominated by politicking and leveling accusations towards the opposition and the independent media. The tour ended on the 8th of January 2021 with a meeting in Banjul.
And from that report, they are filed in by Amin Dao. Now to matters of the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council, because Gambia Supreme Islamic Council has finally held its long-awaited Congress, which has sparked tussle among its members due to the delay in carrying out its constitutional mandated gathering. This year's Congress was in the 5th executive body since the establishment of the Council nearly 30 years ago. Sheikh Ustaz Issa Dabo, a renowned Islamic scholar, has been elected as president of the council to steer the affairs of the Muslim Ummah for the next 5 years. Here is more details of that in this report by Mariam Acham.
Sheikh Ustaz Issa Fode Dabo, a renowned Islamic scholar and head of the Diamond Islamic Institute, has been duly elected with 87 votes out of 105 votes. He succeeds the long-term president Alhaji Imam Muhammad Toure, who served more than his second term, which somehow sparked tussle among members. 105 delegates comprising 15 imams from each administrative region across the country and the council's executive members voted in the election on Sunday at the council's headquarters in Kanifing. Meanwhile, 3 candidates competed for the council's top post. While Ustaz Dabo, the presidential-elect, pooled 87 votes, his rivals Sheikh Muhammad Lamin Kante and Sheikh Cherno Dabo each secured 11 and 5 votes respectively. Addressing the crowd after the election, President-elect Ustaz Issa Dabo thanked Allah for giving him the position and the people for entrusting him the leadership of the council. He, however, promised to foster unity among members of the council and the entire Muslim community in the Gambia.
As I said, it's a big pleasure for me to see that my colleagues, imams, give me that confidence to run the council with my team. I thank you very much for that. We know that the candidates are one body. Just because we have different intention, that's why we have 3 candidates based on the nominations of the people, and they all, think that the person that they think can run the council is the person that they nominate. But that doesn't mean that we are oppositions. That doesn't mean that we are in different views. So, alhamdulillah, we are one. We have one vision, that is to work for the sake of Allah and to unify Muslims in this country.
Cherno Aliou Maska, the Imam Ratib of Banjul, called on members to be united and work together as a council for the betterment of the entire Ummah. While bidding farewell to the new executive, the outgoing president, Alhaji Muhammad Lamin Toure, prayed for the incoming executives for a smooth development ahead of them.
For 11 years, building a good relationship between the council and the country, building a good relationship between the council and the government, and also building a good relationship among the council itself. A human being's wisdom alone can't do that. It's only Allah who can do that. That is why we thank Allah and also pray for the new executive, for Allah to guide and protect them. We pray for Allah to grant them patience and perseverance, because working for the religion is not an easy task, especially in this generation.
The 5th Executive Council includes Sheikh Ustaz Issa Dabo as President, Kadi Omar Seka as First Vice President, Sheikh Ibrahim Masane Jajo as Second Vice President, Dr. Muhammad Al-Amin Silla as Secretary General, Sheikh Omar Danso as Assistant Secretary General, Sheikh Kemo Fati as Assistant Secretary General for Arabic, Sheikh Dawood Jawo as Assistant Secretary General for English, Bai Aliou Jawo as Internal Auditor, and Sheikh Ibrahim Hassan Cham as Assistant Internal Auditor. Additionally, there is also a supervisory board made up of imams from various communities in the Gambia, as well as leaders of various institutions, business leaders, lecturers, and opinion formers. The Gambia Supreme Islamic Council management structure consists of an executive committee and regional representatives. The Gambia Supreme Islamic Council (GSIC) was established in 1992 and consists of around 50 Islamic scholars who are all volunteers. It is aimed to facilitate the Gambia becoming a highly Islamic and morally developed Muslim state with highly educated people in Islam. The Council is also responsible for setting the dates for Muslim holidays in the Gambia, such as Tobaski and Korite. Reporting for iAfrica News, I am Mariam Cham.
After a long wait, finally, the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council elect a new president. And with that report there by Mariam Cham, we will now take a break and come back shortly with the remaining of the story. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
For the first time in the Gambia, your favorite GSM operator, Africell, is the first and only GSM operator to launch a brand new technology called the eSIM. The eSIM simply means you can use your phone without a SIM card. Do you have an iPhone 11, any of the iPhone X series, a Google Pixel 3, or any new phone that supports the e-technology? Then walk into any Africell customer care center and activate your eSIM today. With your virtual Africell SIM, you can use more than one number without having a physical SIM card in your phone. Enjoy this brand new technology for the first time in the Gambia, brought to you by Africell. eSIM, your phone without a SIM card. For more information, please call 111. Where Africell goes, nobody dares to...
Welcome back, and you are watching the World Today News Bulletin on Africa TV. And now to the rest of the stories. Now, a civil society organization called Together Africa Gambia, in partnership with the View Reality Foundation and the Brikama Area Council, had conducted a thorough cleansing exercise on Sunday at the Old Yundu Market in the West Coast region. The cleansing exercise, according to the organizers, was prompted by the polluted and unacceptable market environment and its surroundings. Fatmata Kasim has more in this report.
Most of the markets in the Gambia are always unkept and unhygienic to the people. These, among other things, prompted these civil society organizations to clean the Old Yundu Market. The Secretary General of Together Africa Gambia, Dam Toure, said their organization could not do the exercise alone, hence the need to join hands with other bodies such as Brikama Area Council, a body responsible for the market. Dam Toure revealed that they conducted a vicinity study and realized that the market needed an urgent cleaning.
Visibility studies, then
when we did our feasibility, we found out that the Old Yundu Market was in urgent need for cleansing, and the only market that needs help to be cleaned. I think you people saw how the toilet in this market looks like, and you also saw how the market looks like. And according to statistics, the Old Yundu Market is one of the largest markets, but it lacks proper care. That's why when we came and saw this, we deemed it fit as a civil society organization to help the people of Old Yundu.
Lamin Jame, chairperson of the organization, said the environment is their concern. He noted that the exercise is a continual process, as they started with the Brikama Market and now the Old Yundu Market. He stressed the need for people to put politics aside and work together as one.
So we are very much happy the way people respond to us. And this isn't about politics. This is about Gambia. We should all feel proud of Gambia. Politics should not divide us. If you look at the market today, it doesn't look like whether UDP is here or NPP or any other political party. You have, the market is full of people, which, we all belong to a political party. But as far as this day is concerned, there is only like politics. What we're talking about is about Gambia and our environment.
A vendor at the market said the cleansing exercise will have a great impact on their environment, suggesting that the exercise on a weekly basis.
The impact this cleaning exercise will have on us cannot be measured because it's unmeasurable. I am pleading with the authorities to consider the continuity of the cleansing exercise, and for the community of Old Yundu, it's time for us to take the lead and start doing this on a weekly basis.
Meanwhile, the admin secretary to the Old Yundum Alkalo, Momodu Jase, called for togetherness, citing the unwillingness of some people to join the exercise, as few people were in attendance. While urging the people to join hands with the council, he acknowledged that the people that didn't attend were more than the people that took part in the exercise. For iAfrica TV, I am Fatoumata Kasim.
And from the report there by Fatmata Kasim, finally to Uganda now, because ahead of the much talked about presidential elections in the country, young people are eager to participate in choosing their next leader after an intense campaign in the country. As candidates who last-minute votes, young people make 67% of the likely voters, according to the country's Electoral Commission. The incumbent's main rival, Bobi Wine, is counting on the youths to get him the presidency. Here are more details of that in this report.
Sarah Nabakoza is a first-time voter. She's eagerly waiting to choose her leader in a few days to come.
Being a first-time voter, I'm really too excited. I can't wait for January 14th, because that's when we'll vote our MPs, our presidential candidates. And I have my presidential candidate, the one I really think will take Uganda to the next level. So I'm really so excited.
Uganda has one of the youngest populations in the world. According to Uganda's Electoral Commission, they constitute about 67% of likely voters. With just a few days remaining to the polls, candidates are strategizing on how to win the election, and first-time voters are seen as the game changer in this election. Musician Bobi Wine, who is in the same age bracket, is urging young people to help him secure a win.
The majority, if not all, revolutions have been led by young people and by common people. We are the young people of this generation. We are 85% of the population. We are the excluded ones. We are the unemployed ones. We are the poor ones. We are the hungry.
But the incumbent President Yoweri Museveni says in the last 35 years, he has done a great deal for the country's young people and wants to secure their future.
For us, we are fighting for patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, democracy.
Political analysts say some of the key defining issues in this election include unemployment and poverty among young people.
Every 10 graduates in this country, only one can find a job. These are the peer people that can influence young people. They are unemployed. Jobs, if the like people who get jobs, it's technical know who is your father, who is your mother.
Pollsters say while Bobi Wine's message seems to resonate with young people, the incumbent President Yoweri Museveni could also attract support from this group.
Young people, they are keen to participate in the upcoming Ugandan presidential elections in just a few days' time. And with that report from Kampala, Uganda, we finally bring this news bulletin to an end. But for more details on this and other stories, as always, you can visit on our website on africa.tv. But you can join Sohna Tunkara at 19:30 GMT, that's 7:30 local time, for the Gambia 24 News Bulletin. But for now, though, many thanks for the pleasure of your company. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and bye for now.